Yo guys, what is going on? Got a Ragnaloardmon red profile for you guys, and this deck is a super aggressive deck. It is a deck where you build up into your Ragnaloardmon here, this amazing boss monster, and you straight up take out multiple, like 3, 4, 5 security cards in a single swing with this guy. Pair that with other cards like Blitzgreymon with Red's Gaia Force, and just so much memory management and removal that this deck is pretty competitive. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, for the level 3s, we are of course playing 4 copies of the Searcher here, 4 copies of Zubamon. Zubamon lets you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck whenever you play him, add a Ragnalord as well as any Legend Arms Digimon. So that could potentially be 2 Ragnalords if you wanted to. But the idea here is that you play this for a potential +2. You get set up with your Legend Arms Digimon and then build up into your Ragnaloardmon from there. This card helps out a lot with consistency and definitely a staple. And then from there, I'm playing 3 copies of Agumon here. Only 3 just for space reasons, but the +1000 gain is really nice. Now, you could definitely cut out some of the other rookies I'll show you here for 4th copy, but Ragnaloardmon is already 14,000. And then with another card I'm playing, you'll see that Omnimon doesn't really pose a threat to this card. You won't have to worry about that, running into that in your opponent's security. Of course, 3 copies of Biomon, just a nice, cheap to-play rookie here, and then 2 copies of Biomon, where, when on deletion, you get to gain a memory, so you basically just swing with this card, gain a memory, and then go on from there. So I'm playing a lot of Biomons here. And then, of course, we got the promo Biomon. Now, this is more of a tech choice. I like this because whenever you end up deleting one of your opponent's Digimon in battle, you get to draw a card. This works very well with Ragnalord and Durandamon, where you are swinging over your opponent's Digimon with Piercing. Of course, you also have Blitzgreymon that I am playing in this deck as well. So that's it for the rookies. For the champions, a pretty standard lineup of 4 Cordramon, of course your champion blocker here, 4 Zuba Eagermon, basically giving your Ragnalord an extra security check because he has the inherited effect where if this card is level 7, just gains security attack +1. So you're really just trying to stack as many of these security attack buffs as possible onto your Ragnalord, so you're basically trying to one-punch your opponent. And then 3 copies of Dark Tyrannomon, a nice cheap 1 evolution champion. Then for the ultimates, of course, going on that same idea with Dark Tyrannomon, we've got Lava Greedamon. Lava Greedamon is a 2 evolution ultimate, who's also 8,000, so it's pretty big. I prefer that over Groundmon, but Groundmon's also a 5 play cost, so maybe that's something to consider as well, which one you want. Or, I mean, you could play both, but I also want to make room for Duramon, who is an ultimate with the same effect as Super Eagermon. You basically just give Ragnalord an extra security check, so it's pretty crazy. And then being able to, I like Dark Tyrannomon and Lava Greedamon, because being able to go from a rookie and then go build up into your mega, like say you have a rookie on field, then you pay 1 for this, pay 2 for this, and you've used your 3 memory for the turn, which you're typically starting with 3, and then you can already go into a mega. So it's just very memory efficient, and playing a lot of vanillas in this type of deck where you're just trying to build up into your 7s, it's kind of similar to Omni Red in that sense. So I think that's definitely a good strategy. And then that's it for the ultimate. So then for the megas, now, I am playing 3 copies of Durandamon, 3 copies of Ragnaloardmon. I'm playing 3 and 3 because, of course, these guys are necessary for Ragnaloardmon. I think maybe going forward, I would play 4 and 2 just to get, like, that extra defensive value out of Ragnaloardmon. But, of course, you can't underestimate the piercing, and then, pair that with the Digi-Egg I'm playing. It just makes this guy super powerful. But 3 and 3 mainly because I wanted to make room for Blitzgreymon. Blitzgreymon is another piercing target in this red deck, and then it helps you control the field with his Digivolve effect. So he is a 4 cost, which is a bit unfortunate, but he's a very, very powerful card and not to be underestimated. And then, of course, for the level 7, just playing 4 copies of Ragnaloardmon. I didn't want to fit any like Omnimons or Ultras or anything in that because I wanted to keep the consistency. I think 4 level 7s is about with the typical, that's the agreed upon number. But anyways, this guy is super powerful because he has Reboot, Security Attack +1, so he will always check 2 cards by himself. But then let's say if you've got a Duramon or a Zuba Eagermon, then you're checking like basically your opponent's whole stack. He's almost not going to die because he is 14,000. And then maybe if you got a boost from the Agumon, or maybe if you've got a boost from the Baby Demon I am playing, which if this Digimon has Piercing gains 2,000. 2,000. I really like this Digi-Egg. Koromon is just that generic 1,000 gain, but Babydemon gives you 2,000 if you have, like, let's say if you've got the Durandamon or if you've got the Blitzcrayon, because both these guys have piercing. But then, of course, if you got Ragnalord and Durandamon, you give Ragnalord 2,000, so that'll put him at 16, which is a pretty, that's crazy. Nothing is getting over 16,000. Like, you can swing without worry of, like, I mean, maybe if you run into Gaia Force or something, but, you know, that's the idea here. So 4 copies of Babydemon and 1 Koromon. Then for the other cards, for the option cards and for the tamers, just playing 2 copies of Tai, again, just to give your Ragnalord an extra security check, and then starting your turn with 3 every single time is pretty sweet. And then 3 copies of Gaia Force. Again, I don't know if 4 is necessary. 4 is really good, but I did want to keep the rookie count of 14, and then I'm already playing 11, which I prefer to play 12 champions, so maybe you could argue maybe cut one of the megas, but I don't know, I like the numbers where they're at, so I'm playing 3 Gaia Force. But guys, that's going to be the profile. A very, very hyper aggressive deck as opposed to like the black version of Ragnarok, which I actually prefer that version a little bit more, but this deck is also fun nonetheless. So guys, that's going to be the video. If you did enjoy, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.